Thank you, everybody, for your presence here. I'm Florencia. I'm part of PEUGA. We are in Spain, but we are partners on the Sea Bridge project with other entities. We have people from each one of the entities that will be introducing not only themselves, but also the content of the topics that we in charge in this acceleration program. Our objective today is just make a brief introduction of our project, our CIBRI project. I know some of you perhaps already know it, but we will try to be brief and tell you what we have done and our main objectives. Then I will speak a little bit about the program itself, and then each one of us will introduce the four main topics of the program, and we will end this session presenting some practical information and recommendation how to get registered to the weekly sessions. And if you have any doubt, you can leave it in the questions, and we will try to solve it today. Now I will give the word to Banu, so she can introduce the project and a little bit about Seabridge.
Thank you, Florencia. Welcome. I would like to welcome you on behalf of Istanbul Mineral and Metals Exporters Association and Seabridge Consortium. My name is Banu Altan, and I'm Seabridge Project Coordinator. I know that most of you are already aware of the project, as Florencia said, so I will just mention a couple of things about the project. You know, in 2019, European Commission declared European Green Deal, and with the Green Deal, we had a lot of regulations and initiatives together. And in 2020, we were locked at our homes, and we were online all the times, and we were joining different webinars and events that we were working on, actually. So at that time, we were trying to understand European Commission's new Green Deal and how it will affect in our economy, in our businesses. And in 2020, when we come back to offices, our managers, executive board say that we need to take action towards it. We need to inform people, inform our companies about European Green Deal, because at the first time it's like on the raised awareness level, and it's like climate change and sustainability and environmental issues sounds social. But then in the following days and months and years, it's obvious that these issues will affect our lives, affect our economies as well. So we need to inform our companies, and also we need to go with hand in hand with the companies to explain them what is going on in Europe and how these regulations, how these initiatives will affect our business. And in the same period, European Commission launched a call, actually, which is under single market program, and it is 100% match with our needs. So the call also asked us to design some projects that help SMEs to understand green and twin transition and make some coaching and mentoring sessions for them. And regarding these needs, we wrote our proposal, and Seabridge project was funded. It's a 2-year project, actually. We have already passed the first year, and we are in the second year of the project. And we are 6 partners from the we are 6 partners in the project. And you know, one of the main important issue in Green Deal, there are some different regulations and initiatives support this initiative. You know, European Commission declared its climate neutral continent by 2050, and to reach that goal, it encouraged different industry to reduce their carbon emission. So these 6 industries were the most vulnerable one, were the target one, actually. So my organizations actually representing around 8,000 members in Turkey. Most of them are SMEs, and most of them are in energy intensive industries. So it was like inevitable for us to do nothing against these regulations or against these initiatives. So Seabridge project aims mainly these 6 sectors and its value chain. And we also target to develop the capacities of both SMEs and also intermediary organizations, because as an intermediary organization, it's also important for us to understand the situation outside our country in Europe, and also to help our companies to learn more about these initiatives. So in this project, we try to make analysis at the beginning, like we made need analysis for our target groups. We ask different questions to you, both SMEs and also intermediary organizations. So we want to understand at what level our target groups and how we specify, how we prioritize our events according to these needs. We delivered different surveys, we talked public officers, we met with different intermediary organizations, and to understand these digital transition process, and we designed our activities accordingly. We organized many different webinars which explain what is carbon border adjustment mechanism and new updates on the regulations, and what is green and digital transition, and what kind of practices in Europe, and how we can inspire from these practices. So we really work on these issues, and we also organize national webinars. So these webinars were all of them were online. So you can definitely visit our website and check their recordings, because they are very valuable information in these webinars. Many distinguished guests share their experiences, many experts share their knowledge about these issues. And we are really active in social media and in our website. I highly encourage you to follow our social media and website to know more about our program and the following events. Thank you very much for now, actually. If you have any questions, I can answer them, but if you don't have questions, I will be again with you in a couple of minutes again.
Thank you, Vanu, for your intervention. Now we will discuss a little bit about the acceleration program itself. We know that these times business ecosystems faces a lot of changes, which for SMEs implies like a double challenge. These changes go from advancing technologies and new regulations and Green Deal and green transition. That's why we think that SMEs, they need more knowledge, they need networking, and they need help you to face all these challenges. In this context, we create this acceleration program in 4 main areas: project management, networking, business plan development, and market research. Each of these 4 topics are divided in subtopics that partners from the project deem that are the crucial for your success in CBAM adoption, a green and digital transition. The program is intended to have weekly sessions for 30 minutes sessions there will be each week 4 sessions in each of these topics. You will have one day 30 minutes of project management, then 30 minutes of networking, then 30 minutes of business plan development, and end it with market research. Each topic will have particular sub-areas of these important and crucial areas, and our partners will introduce the structure of each of them in the next few minutes. What is important for us to tell you, to transmit in this today, is that the session will be interactive. So you will have the chance to get to know each other, have networking, and also to obtain best practices, to have knowledge about new market research techniques, and also IP, for example. That's why we think that the program is comprehensive. We expect to be much of use for you. I will give again the floor to Vanu, so she can introduce the main topic about project management and networking.
Thank you very much, Florencia. May I have an access to change? Okay.
Can you?
Yes, I can do it. So in these sections, I will present two different sessions. One of them is project management and the other one is networking. In project management, we will talk about two main. Okay, before going into details about the sessions, let me introduce myself actually. I have been dealing with EU projects for 15 years, and my journey actually started with internship at national contact points, and then moved to different level of this EU funding programs. I write projects, I write proposals, manage projects, and also evaluate different projects. So with these experiences, I gained a really broad perspective to understand how EU programs work. And also I realized that sometimes these programs seem a little bit complicated and overwhelming for SMEs. So in these sessions, in these coachings, what I want to do is to make this process simpler and more clear for SMEs. And because I believe that with the right guidance and the right coaching, everyone can transform their ideas into funded projects. So in these sessions, I will be with Nuno. He will assist me also. Nuno, would you like to introduce yourself? Mm, I think he cannot. Okay, if maybe he's not here right now, but let me introduce him a little bit. He is a senior consultant and he has been dealing with European projects for a long time. And he has some expertise in different EU programs like COSME, Erasmus Plus, and Horizon Europe. And together we will cover two different sessions, as I mentioned. The first one is project management. And in the project management session, I will talk about in different issues. The first one, I will try to explain how to write a proposal. I will provide you some basic tips and tricks to find the right call and to fill out the application in an appropriate way. And also, I will talk about consortium management and different tools to have a smooth management in the project. So of course, these topics are the headlines, and we will maybe go into detail based on the questions of the group, based on the target, based on the dynamic of the group actually. So for project management, we will start to smart search for the best call, let's say. Most people search calls through funding and tenders portal. I know most of you know it, but there are different tools that you can search the right call for you. And when you find the right call, it is also important to identify if the call fits with your organization's capacity and expertise and background. So I will briefly talk about some key methodologies that you can quickly identify if the call really worth to work on it, or you should check the others. And when you find the right call and you agree that you convinced that this call is for you, and then we will talk about analyzing the call, actually decoding the call. So how do you read the call? Most people read the headlines and then they feel that they can do it. But believe me, both Horizon Europe projects and also COSME projects or Erasmus Plus projects are very competitive. So you really need to understand the need of the funding authority. So that's why reading the call is very important issue while writing a proposal. Reading the call, understanding the need of the funding authority, and also you need to know how to align your goal and objective with the European Commission's or with the funding authority's goals and visions and missions. So we will talk about these terminology, these techniques in these sessions. And also we will talk about how to fill out the application form, because filling out the application form is really important and it also has its own strategy based on the program. You know, Erasmus Plus programs have different type of application forms. Horizon Europe has its own way of application form, and also you applied for Seabridge Open Call. So this application form is also different than the others. But there is a logic and strategy to fill out the forms. So I will talk about these strategies and techniques to fill out the application forms so that it will not take too many hours. It will not take so long for you to fill it out when you know these techniques. And also, on the other hand, based on the target group, based on the dynamic of the group, if we have experienced partner, if we have, let's say, SMEs that are already managing different projects, we will also touch on different topics for consortium management. You know, consortium management is a big issue. So we will talk about team management, risk management. We will talk about time management. And also we will talk about different key elements of consortium management actually, because it is different to manage 3 partners and also 30 partners. So we really need to understand how to manage and how to navigate the needs and the requirements of these partners. And also we will provide you some templates for consortium agreement. Consortium agreements are a little bit tricky for each project, because when your project is granted, you start negotiating something with European Commission. And on the other side, some partners ask you where is the consortium agreement and when to sign it, how to fill it, etc. So at the time, you need to be well prepared for the consortium agreement. There is not single template for all, but there are some key components that you need to fill, you need to put in your agreement. Sometimes it is good to make it flexible. Sometimes it's good to make it broad. So we will talk about these management issues in these sessions. And the other session will be networking. So in the networking sessions, we mostly talk about digital visibility of SMEs. So I know that most SMEs have websites. Most of them have their own social media, but social visibility that I talk about is totally different than this. And we will talk how to involve in a project or how to design our own team for a proposal, for a project that we would like to do. So what kind of events should we attend? Like we will talk about B2B events. You know, there are online and physical events. And these are both of them have their own nature. So you need to be really well prepared for each. And you need to have a strategy to follow up for each type of networking events. And also we will talk about the preparing organizational profile, like how do you express your expertise and your value in a short time and in an effective way. Because, you know, we are working a lot and time is running out. People do not have a lot of time to read pages or do not have time to read our expression of interest, which are like 5, 6, 8 pages. So there are some key issues that you need to focus on your in your profile. And we will talk about these details and these strategies in these sessions. We will also talk about expertise gap. How do you analyze what kind of partner do you need in your consortium? So there are some different techniques and modules to identify these items, let's say. And based on the expertise, you can find your partners to join into your consortium, or you can be a partner to join such a consortium. So we will discuss this in 2 ways in these networking sessions. Again, these sessions will be more interactive. I don't plan to make a training, but what I want to do is to provide SMEs more practical information and make the process clear as much as I can. And after this, I will provide you some different templates and tools to apply. And so these sessions will be really interactive, and I really give an importance to your questions. We will collect some questions from you at the beginning of the sessions. So for now, that's all from my side to explain what I will cover in the next weeks and next sessions.
Thank you, Banu. Now from FEUGA, we will be in charge of the sessions about business plan development. We believe that we could go with you through a comprehensive journey. We thought that there are some areas that will be important and crucial for you to have basic knowledge. We will start with IP. Then we will also go through the journey about Canvas, how you can design your Canvas to understand the key elements and how you can use this tool to identify those elements that will be affected by CBAM, and also something that is really important, that is technology and ecosystem watch. But always thinking on the CBAM adoption, the green and digital transition, how these three elements are going to can be affected, or this synergy between all these three subtopics with the main objective of our project. I'm graduated in law. I'm having a specialization in IP, and I will be in charge of the IP workshops. My idea when I was thinking on how to structure the session is to give you three 30-minute sessions. The first one is going to be related to IP management and collaborative projects, because something important for you and for the Green Deal and the green transition and the digital transition is networking and participating in collaborative projects. And IP is something really important when you are working and when you are part of this type of projects. So the first session will be aimed to IP and collaborative projects. The second session is going to be a little bit theoretical, but not that much, because we want you to understand some basic of the IP, which are the basic rights, the typologies that you can use for the protection of your assets. If you want to protect something, you want to identify what you have and the possibilities that you have in the IPR. And lastly, we will try to make a journey with you about the roadmaps. You have already identified your assets, but now how can you protect it? That's the aim of the last IP sessions. As Vanu says, we will also try to make it more interactive, when you can discuss with us, ask all the doubts you have about the main topics, and also to get to know each other, to talk about your problems, and perhaps together find solutions to what is your concern. The other topic will be in charge of my colleague Lucia, that has experience as innovation manager and has a strong background on business development. The objective of these three sessions is on Canvas, for you to understand how useful can be. How can you use it on your own business? That's why these sessions will be also interactive. You will have the chance to ask everything about how to define the Canvas, which are the elements, how can you adapt it to the CBAM or the Green Deal or the digital transition. And the last session will try to get all the elements together, and you can practice and can create your own Canvas. The next, our other colleague, Noelia Villar-Vidal, she will be in charge of the technology and ecosystem watch. We think that this is really important, because when you want to move forward, you have to face challenge. You need to know what is going on in the ecosystem, in the other companies, the other SMEs, what they are doing. An ecosystem and technology watch is a really good tool to do that. We will go through the basic concepts, how you can define the strategy of a comprehensive technology watch, always thinking on CBAM, the green transition and digital transition. How can you use the alerts of the databases, of where you find information, what steps you have to follow, so you can make or you can take the best of the technology watch. We will finalize the business plan development sessions with a wrap-up session. The objective in the last one, in this last session, will be to take all the doubts or all the things that were more important or you were more interested and make it about that, and how we will try to make this puzzle work and you can have all the pieces and get all together. These are the business plan development sessions. Now I will give the floor to Juan. I think that Juan, can you move the...
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay, thank you, and thank you for attending this meeting. I will do the presentation in relation to the market research. You probably know that market research is crucial when you try to launch a new product or a new service to the market, because in most cases, some people always believe that his or their invention is unique, but this is not the case in many times. So there are many people doing things at the same time, and you have competitors. You have large companies that has a terrain already covered, so your product will have many problems to enter in the market. So the idea of these market research workshops are to defend especially an SME in the jungle that you find when you try to position a new product or a new service in the market. No, we will study, or we have divided in 4 blocks. The first one are the traditional market research methods. This is what the people usually knows, because they have been using from the last 30 years or 40 years, and they are still very useful in some cases. But now there are modern research methods that are most time connected to artificial intelligence, with neuroscience, with analytics, etc. These kind of techniques are very useful as well, and we will have also a session on that. Then it is important to study as well the market research from the point of view of the European Commission, because when you present a proposal, you have to provide data that your product or service as a commercialization plan is able to enter in the market, and that you have study all the potential problems that you will have, barriers, etc., to introduce your product. It's not only money, it's more than that. And at the end of the day, the Commission makes a result analysis of your product or service and decide if they will give you money or not, depending on this market research. So it is very important to understand very accurately what the Commission believe, or what's the idea for market research. Okay. And finally, we have another block, which is one of the modern techniques, is the neuroscience. It's so interesting that I thought it was interesting to bring a real expert on that I will introduce later, because this is another way to convince you by some strategies that goes to the subconscious. And I think it's interesting to know how the large companies, the big companies, are doing with this technique. No, is what is being used by most of the large companies nowadays. No, with this multifaceted approach, you will be able to take informed decisions and develop competitive strategies in this dynamic market environment, which is now is very, the acceleration of the innovation now has never been in the last, so it's faster than any time before, So you have to react very, very fast to all this information that you receive with the social networks, etc. So it's important to understand how to make a good market research to penetrate in the market. No? Now, I give the floor to Mark Doleng that will explain the first two blocks, which is the modern techniques and the traditional techniques. He is the CEO of the Brand Lab, which is a consultancy on these kind of things. Okay, Mark. He's not here, or
I think he was. Let me check. Just a second, please.
yeah. A few minutes ago he was there. Indeed, he's his assistant.
Yeah, I will.
Somehow he disconnected. I will give him a call. Just give me a.
Okay, Juan, do you want to continue with the rest of the presentation? Then when Mark
Yes,
is here.
I will do my presentation, my section 3 and 4.
Thank you.
Okay, first of all, I will introduce myself. I am the CEO of the company Chiaro. Chiaro has two heads. One side is a consultancy on sustainability and energy, and the second head is the secretary of a platform for industry that brings together consultants and also engineering companies to solve industrial problems in relation to sustainable ecological transition and digital transition. I am an industrial engineer with two specializations, energy and organization. I have an MBA and several masters, especially in energy, renewables, financing, and also hydrogen. I call myself a pioneer in Spain in hydrogen because I created the Spanish Fuel Cell Association in 2001. I have an extensive experience on R&D, engineering, consultancy, business development, because I have been working for 25 years in the hydrogen sector in large companies, but also medium and small companies. From the last 15 years, I have my own companies and I work with them, especially in the hydrogen sector. I have a lot of expertise in EU-funded projects, especially because of my former companies where I was involved, but also in Key Europe, that was another company where I was a partner. And my experience is for more than 200 projects, European projects. I was involved in some way, or preparing or working, making the administrative part of that, or making the technical part, or making anything. So I've been working in many profiles there. I am a member of the Clean Hydrogen Alliance. I am official coach of the European Commission and the Community of Madrid, especially for SMEs. And I have been advisor also in heat pumps for the EIA. Okay. I cannot move.
I think that Mark is the one controlling the.
Mark is now here.
Yeah,
Mark is present, but I called him. He says you have to unmute him, Florencia. He cannot unmute himself.
Let me just a second. Sorry. Juan, I give you the control again. We'll try to solve the problem with the mic.
Okay. So market section 3 is the market research from the point of view of the Commission. All right. Yes. As I said before, the Commission make a risk analysis on your proposal, and one section which is very important is the market research that you propose. So you, when you make your market research, you must demonstrate the feasibility of the innovation, but at the same time, you have to be aligned with the market and to be aligned with the European Commission targets. Okay, so this is so you anything you present to the European Commission, you have to be perfectly aligned with the targets, which are represented by topics that they have every year. They launch some topics, and you have to be perfectly, or you have to fit perfectly on that topics. Okay. In section 3, I have 4 blocks of information. The first one is the identification of the market needs and opportunities. When you start making a product or a service, you must start from identifying a pain point. A pain point is something that is a problem, something that you have, the society as a whole has to solve. So you must address a specific problem that you solve with your innovation. Then you have to identify the market opportunity. So the market opportunity means that among the whole market landscape, you study the size of the market, the growth potential, the existing gaps, etc. So you have to study all the market and see where your product or service can be positioned in that market. Okay, and to do that, the second block study the competitive analysis. Competitive in 2 ways. In one sense, you have to make a state-of-the-art assessment. So for the European Commission, anything that will be or could be financed need to be something over the state-of-the-art. So you have to study all the state-of-the-art that is close to your investigation, to your product, and explain that your product is or represent an advance on the state-of-the-art, the existing state-of-the-art. So this is a technical analysis that has to be done very accurate because, you know, of course, you don't have too much space to explain this, but you have to point out the most important aspects that demonstrate that you go one step forward. Okay. And then the second point is the competitor benchmarking. Why? Because sometimes you believe that your product is the only one in the world, but this is because you have not studied what is outside. No, sometimes even outside Europe, there are some competitors that can enter in Europe in the next future, and you have direct and indirect competitors. What means direct is someone that is doing something very similar to your product. Okay, you have to study all the competitors. And indirect is another technology that can substitute your technology with the same benefits for the society. So imagine an electric vehicle. You can study all the OEMs that are doing an electric car like you. But at the same time, you have to study the IC cars because IC cars also compete with your electric vehicles. No? So this is the concept. So sometimes another product with a different technology can be a very strong competitor to your product. Okay, block 3 is the market entry strategy. So first of all, you need to fix the target audience. So you have to define the primary customers and end users supported with data and surveys or feedback. So this is also important. You need from all the potential audience that you have, from all the potential end users or customers, you have to define the TAM, the SAM, and the SOM score, where you fix from the market that you could reach, how much do you think you will reach, considering all the aspects of the market. So this is very important to define clearly without making, without lying yourself, because some people believe they will reach all the market worldwide, and this is not possible, especially if you are an SME. And then based on that, you have to propose a commercialization plan supported by a strategy. You have to define your revenue models, scalability plans, etc. Finally, I put here in risk assessment and mitigation, you have to analyze all the risks. The risks are all these problems that you will for sure will have because, you know, all the market are mostly covered by someone else. So you have to take part of the cake of that, that other competitors, and that will not be easy, you know. So you will find many barriers to entry, and these barriers are of different type, okay? And then you have the major risk, which is the financial problems. At the beginning, you will not have money enough. This one thing is called the barrier of death. The barrier of death is once you have your product prepared to reach the market, then there are some time that you need to position your product, and in this time, which used to be long, you sometimes have no money enough to support your innovation. So these financial projections are really important. Okay, the block 4 is the marketing and neuroscience. We brought a specialist, Cristina Matesanz. She was the former global marketing director of Danone in 45 countries. She founded a new company called Bectit Advisor, which is the top #1 worldwide in neuroscience. She wrote a book, it's called Neurocomprador in Spanish. She's, of course, a guest lecturer at EXADE Business School and also Instituto Empresa, one of the top economic academy in Spain. She's international consultant in many countries worldwide, and current client of this lady are Coca-Cola, Heineken, Granini, Hero, Logitech, etc. So she's working with the top companies, and it's going to be very interesting. No? Okay, so what means neuroscience for market research? She will bring an example in relation to the CBAM sectors. So the question is, does neuroscience offer a profound insight in the consumer behavior, especially in relation to the sector affecting the carbon border adjustment mechanism? No? That is the clean companies on. And the idea here is to understand the subconscious drivers in the decision-making process. No? So, sorry. No, I don't know. So there are 3 blocks here. The first one is enhancing the sustainability product appeal. So this is related to the emotional engagement. So the idea is to utilize the neuromarketing techniques to craft messages that resonate emotionally. Resonate is it means to engage clients or customers, but in a way that they don't know why they are doing that, but by subconscious drivers. No? So this engagement of in terms of emotion is what this science is studying. No? Then the sensory braiding is incorporate sensory elements, so something that is not conscious, associate sustainability with positive experiences. Okay. The second block is optimizing communication strategies. The first one is message framing, is apply insight from brain studies to frame sustainability measures that align with customers' value and beliefs. So the idea is to how to engage, know how to convince customers or be aligned with the values and beliefs of the customers by these techniques. and also visual stimuli, which is called, is design visuals and capture the attention of the customers with the environmental products, no? Highlighting the benefits of that product. No? And finally, and for me, the most interesting block is this one, how to influence in the purchase decisions, by means of techniques that you really don't know that you are being influenced, no? And I think this is how the large companies are doing with us nowadays, no? The first block, the first subsection is behavioral triggers. Identify and leverage subconscious triggers that prompt eco-friendly purchasing behavior. So how to influence you through these techniques in the purchasing behavior, no? And then also provide you a reward system, develop reward mechanisms that activate pleasure centers in the brain, encouraging you to repeat the purchase of sustainable products, no? So these techniques are very important to nowadays to convince the clients, no? But integrating neuroscience into market research, companies in seven sectors can develop strategies that not only meet regulatory requirements, but also resonate deeply with consumers, no? So engage consumers, no? Driving both compliance and competitive advantage. Okay, so this is the section 4. Now I pass the floor to Mark. Okay, Mark.
Hi, everyone. Apologies for the technical difficulties. So let's start. I'm Mark Dolins. I'm a founder and CEO of BrandLab, a marketing agency with offices in Ljubljana and Dubai. So we specialize in marketing, branding, and neuromarketing with a strong focus on data-driven technical digital techniques and performance marketing. But yeah, enough about me. So let's talk about our sessions. Okay, so let's start with a simple question. Are you sure you're using the right data for your decisions? Well, in our first session, we'll take a closer look at traditional market research and its role in business decision-making. So the purpose of the session is to explore all fundamental traditional market research methods for gathering insights with a focus on consumer behavior. So in this short lecture, we'll aim to provide you with some basic knowledge and an understanding of the importance of traditional market research methods. And this will for sure help you to better understand your customers and ultimately provide you with necessary information for your decision making. Okay, so another provocative question: is traditional research more accurate than digital tools? Well, traditional market research methods provide structured, in-depth insights that digital tools sometimes miss. So in this session, we'll also explore the advantages and relevance of traditional market research, key objectives of the most commonly used methods, and how they continue to provide valuable insights in today's data-driven world. Okay, so the second session, in the second session, we'll explore modern market research. Market research has evolved significantly in recent years, driven by technological advancements and increasing need of real-time insights. So in this second session, we'll explore modern market research techniques that leverage big data, artificial intelligence, and also neuromarketing to provide deeper and more actionable insights. So these tools will allow you to better understand your customer behavior, predict trends, and to make data-driven decisions with greater accuracy. So, yeah, by the end of the session, you will have a clear understanding of how these innovative approaches can help you understand your customers and, of course, help your business stay ahead in a competitive market. So yeah, I look forward to start of our sessions where we will dive deeper into these topics and explore how you can apply them to your business. So yeah, guys, see you soon.
Well, I think that all the partners from the modern market research section have introduced all the topics. In this last part of the informative session, I would like to show you how to register and some of the practical information. We have created a micro website inside of the project website. You will find it here in this link. You will receive an email with all this information, with this presentation, with the links and all the data about the session, so you can decide which sessions are the more valuable for you, or you can register to all of them and then assist. As you may notice, the journey that we are preparing for you is comprehensive. So the elements that we will be introducing are they are part of something bigger. So it will be much of help for you to participate in most of the sessions. I will try to show you some parts of the website so you can navigate it. I'm trying to share my screen. I think that if you're can someone confirm that you are seeing the website? Well, this is the macro. Yes. You can see it. Thank you. Thank you, Vanu. This is the micro's website of the acceleration program. You will find all the information. Here is the register link. When you go here, you have to introduce the same information that used to register to this session. And then you will find the segments, the project management sessions, the networking sessions, the business plan, and the market research. You can choose all of them or the ones that you think that will be most valuable for you. You can assist to all of the program because it's open for you and it's for free. You can obtain a lot of knowledge, as you've seen. So we will try to make it really useful for you, for your CBAM adoption, for the green transition. In the website, you can see you have the brief description of each topic, our descriptions, and how the grid is prepared. You will find each day, 6th of March, you will see which is the time you will have the session and the topics, the main topic. You have all the information here. You will have all this information also in the presentation that we will send to you. So if you have any questions, something that you want to ask, please use the chat here. Lucas, you ask, how do we enter the acceleration program? As I said, the program is open for all of you. Not only the grant recipients can participate. If you know any other SMEs that you think that can benefit from the program, they can participate. They only have to register in the website as I'm showing to you. So thank you, Lucas, for your question. Some of the topics are repeated and other are not the same. So, for example, in IP workshop, you will have 3D per session. For the Canvas also, as you see in the market research, they are not always the same sessions. Well, if you have any other question, you will have our emails when you receive the presentation. And I'm really thank you for being here, to have the time to listen to our presentation. I don't know if some other partner wants something say something else, to add something, you are welcome to speak up. So if you don't have any other questions, I will expect you for your participation in the weekly sessions. We will have the next one next week, and in today or tomorrow morning you will receive this presentation and you can start registering to the weekly session. Thank you very much. I don't know if someone else wants to say something. It's okay. We can end the session. Well, thank you, everybody. Bye-bye. Have a nice afternoon. See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you very much.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.